The odds of a pro golfer hitting a hole-in-one are pretty small, roughly 1 in 3,000, and even smaller for amateur hacks. But a hole-in-one can earn a lucky golfer a hefty prize. Think flashy cars, cash, and all expenses paid vacations. And while it's a feat worth cheering, not everyone celebrates. Golf event organizers who would normally have to foot the bill often turn to HoleInOne Insurance firms to handle the risk. HoleInOne Insurance? Yep, that's actually a thing. But how exactly does it work? And considering how rare it is for a golfer to ace a hole, why do tournaments pay for it? Let's tee this baby up. HoleInOne Insurance has existed for nearly 100 years, but it didn't always cover the tournament. Back in the 1930s, golfers who got a hole-in-one were obligated to buy a round of drinks for the entire clubhouse. Talk about unlucky. Companies started offering to cover the tab for a small fee, and lots of golfers paid for it. Today, it's the tournament organizers who are paying for protection. And this is why. The odds of amateur golfers hitting a hole-in-one? 1 in 12,500. In other words, highly unlikely. But golfers play about 450 million rounds in the US every year. And because of the scale and popularity of the sport, holes-in-one happen on a daily basis. The National Hole-in-One Registry estimates that 128,000 holes-in-one are scored each year. As a result, HoleInOne Insurance has become big business. Just ask Mark Gilmartin, owner of the HoleInOne International, one of the oldest hole-in-one insurance companies in the US. Since the early 90s, his company has paid out over $50 million in insurance claims. He told The Hustle that about 24 insurance companies fight for liability over holes-in-one in golf. But how does it work? Golf tournaments partner with a sponsor to offer a prize for a hole-in-one. To cover that prize, the sponsor pays Gilmartin's insurance company a small fee based on 3 factors: the number of golfers in the tournament, the physical length of the contest, and the cost of the prize itself. To cover that prize, Gilmartin uses his own secret algorithm to combine these factors and compute the odds of a hole-in-one. In the end, the algorithm spits out a dollar amount per golfer for the sponsor to pay. For example, let's say the Hustle sponsors a tournament with 100 golfers. The hole-in-one is 165 yards away, and the prize for landing it is $10,000. According to Gilmartin's algorithm, the Hustle has to pay $235, just 2% of the prize. Every year, Gilmartin insures some 15,000 events and pays out hundreds and hundreds of holes-in-one. And sometimes he takes a serious hit. In a women's LPGA tournament in November 2021, 3 golfers scored a hole-in-one.
Good looking shot.
That is a dandy.
No, not the first one. First one.
Get out
Yes!
of
I can't make this up.
The prize? 3 Lamborghini leases, which set him back $300,000. But despite paying off $2 million to $4 million in claims in any given year, Gilmartin says he always ends up in the black. Now that you've aced this topic, hit the subscribe button and check out the links below to sign up for our daily newsletter, which keeps you up to date on the latest in business and tech.